Listen, I know school can be exciting, but it's also really expensive. And purchasing camera equipment while you're in school just adds more to the stress. Between tuition, textbooks, softwares, and everything else that's competing for your budget, spending thousands and thousands on brand new gear does not make sense. What you really need is the right gear for where you are right now and a plan to grow. The first question that students always ask is, what camera should I buy? And to be honest with you, it really only depends on what you're creating, what your experience level is, and what your budget is. Now, if you're brand new into photography, I would suggest you start with something like a Nikon Z50 Mark II or even a Canon R50. These cameras are approachable, easy to learn, and they give you enough manual controls so that way you can learn as you go. And once you got the basics down and you're ready for more advanced control, cameras like the Sony a6700, the Fuji X-T5, or the Canon R7 gives you more control, faster autofocus, and advanced features you'll appreciate as your work gets more serious. If you're trying to learn both photo and video, I would suggest go hybrid. What's a hybrid camera, you might ask? It's basically a camera designed to perform at a high level for both photography and videography. Cameras like the Fuji SX20 or the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II are both great for stills and video. And like I said earlier, the most important thing isn't buying the most expensive camera. And here's a little tip. Your major can also help you determine what gear you need. So if you're a photography major, prioritize flexibility. Look for gear that has strong manual controls and a camera system that has a lot of lens options. Also, a prime lens around the 23 or 35mm makes for a great everyday lens and is best for learning composition. Film and cinema students should prioritize large profiles, reliable autofocus, and a clean HDMI output. Fashion students should look for fast, accurate autofocus and lenses that work well with portraits. Me personally, I would recommend an 85mm from any brand. That is going to be the go-to portrait lens. And you really do get that clean, blurry background that you see in magazines. And if you're studying fine art, resolution and dynamic range become more important, especially if you're creating large prints or doing detailed post-production. Now remember, the goal isn't to own everything, but it is to own the gear that actually supports the work that you're making. Can't forget about the daily essentials: a reliable SD card, an extra battery, a charger, can't forget about a comfortable bag, and a good camera strap. And then from there on, you can add certain things like a cleaning kit, a tripod, filters, or even a flash. Specialty lenses, external storage, and even studio lights can come much later on. Because let's be honest, you really don't want to walk around with a camera bag filled with heavy equipment. That's gonna hurt your back in a few years, trust me. The trick is to build your kit as your work demands it. And this is where buying pre-owned camera can make a huge difference. Camera gear can lose value quickly, which means well-maintained pre-owned camera equipment can give you access to higher level gear without spending as much as you would buying new, especially in this economy. There's a difference between buying random used gear online and buying through a system that's designed to inspect and grade it. With KH certified gear, every piece of equipment is inspected and assigned a condition grade, so you know what you're getting before you buy. And every purchase comes with a 180-day warranty. Then, as your skills grow and your needs change, you can trade in the gear you've outgrown towards your next upgrade. Sounds pretty dope, right? That's a much smarter way to build a kit over years than constantly buying and reselling gear on your own. And don't forget to check for student and educator savings before you buy. But here's the thing, the biggest upgrade isn't a new camera. It is your skill. For whatever you do, please start with the fundamentals. Learn how aperture, shutter speed, and ISO work together. Understand what the exposure triangle is. Experiment with light balance. Learn the difference between autofocus modes. Practice shooting in manual. Experiment with different shutter speeds. See what happens when you freeze action rather than make it blurry on purpose. And for the sake of your own mental health, learn your camera's control settings well enough to where you don't have to just keep digging through the menu. Then of course there's editing, because taking a picture is just one part of the process. Again, I'm not here to push expensive things on you. You really don't need a ton of money to learn all of this. From my personal experience and many others, there are a ton of free resources available. YouTube is an obvious one, but don't just look for gear reviews. Look for tutorials on exposure, lighting, editing, and specific techniques that you may struggle with. Adobe has their own library for free tutorials on both Photoshop and Lightroom. Nikon Learn and Explore, Canon Learning, and Fujifilm X Stories are also great places to learn directly from the brands behind the gear you're using. And if you're getting into video, Blackmagic offers free training, and DaVinci Resolve has an incredibly capable free version for editing and color grading. And of course, you know us, H has free educational content and classes to help you get more and more comfortable with your gear. The key is to actually practice what you're learning. What you're not going to do is spend 3 hours watching tutorials and then never pick up your camera.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, and your life is passing you by.
We're not gonna have that. Learn something, shoot something, make mistakes, and then do it again. And let me tell you, a strong portfolio isn't about showing everything you ever photographed. It is literally about showing your best work, or the work that means more to you. Keep it focused, develop a point of view, pay attention to how your images work well together, and honestly, do not be afraid to cut photos. Sometimes taking 10 great photos out of your portfolio is way more valuable than adding 20 mediocre ones. And don't wait till graduation to start building experience. You are on campus. You have to use everything as a resource. You can photograph campus events, work with student organizations, cover sports, collaborate with other creatives. The main goal here is to leave school with more than just a degree. You want a body of work, an experience, and a portfolio to show people what you can do. And when it comes down to sharing galleries, there's sites like Visco, PicTime, and PixieSet. We've all started somewhere. The best investment isn't always the newest gear on the market. It's the gear that you'll actually want to pick up and use. With KH certified pre-owned equipment, you can spend less on your kit and put more towards what actually matters, which is creating, learning, and building your future. So if you want to know more, come check out our blog. And students, if you're trying to grow your camera equipment, come check us out at kh.com. Peace.